Hey everybody, and welcome back to another one of Mudflap's movie reviews. My name is Mudflap, and today I will be reviewing a movie that taught us that we should always check our upstairs wardrobe. Today I'm going to be reviewing The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Let's get started. So this movie was just a really magical movie for me. I remember as a kid getting to see it, and when I first saw this movie, it was just childlike wonder. A family discovers a hidden world in their wardrobe upstairs, or in America it'd be your closet. So of course, after I saw the movie, I went upstairs and opened up my closet door, hoping that there would be this wonderful magical land inside, and I was met with disappointment because there was nothing there except clothes. But this movie just does a great job of bringing the books to life, the books written by C.S. Lewis, bringing the books to life, and we got to see all of these great characters and the battle between good and evil, and the significance of Narnia, and just all this really cool character development and plot development and really great music that just really encapsulated the entire experience of you want to be in Narnia yourself. When I watched this movie in the winter, I've gone out many times when I was younger, and I imagined that I was in Narnia where it would be snowing all the time. It was winter all the time there, and maybe I would run across the White Witch or something. Even today, as an adult, I still watch that movie, and it makes me feel like a child again. A child who has a great imagination, a child who likes to wander and wonder about other worlds out there. It's just a really special movie for me that definitely did the books justice. Favorite moments, there are a lot of really great moments to this movie. Lucy first discovered Narnia, and she met Mr. Tumnus, but no one else in her family believed her, except she was the only one for a long time, until they finally had no choice but to go up to their wardrobe, and they discovered that Lucy was in fact telling the truth. And then the journey they took of the dangers that they didn't know about, the White Witch, Edmund's betrayal, eventually his redemption through one of the darkest scenes in the movie, but one of my favorite scenes, when the White Witch kills Aslan, and it's that symbolism of giving your life for somebody else. And we see and then the resurrection of Aslan. Stone table breaks, and that was just a really, really powerful moment in the movie for me. But then the final battle, really, really great, really awesome, great visual effects for 2005. And I just always love seeing Aslan going against all these other great creatures, and eventually he and the White Witch, they face. But Peter really stepped up in this movie as the leader of the entire army, whether or not he wanted to, which eventually he realized he didn't really have much of a choice, and with Aslan was gone, so Peter steps up, and it was very personal for him. So they met in this huge field, and they battled it out with some amazing music by Harry Gregson Williams playing in the background. One thing about this movie I always like to acknowledge and point out is how great the casting was. The Pevensey brothers and sisters were really, really well done. Aslan, voiced by Liam Neeson, who we all know. And then, of course, the White Witch, who is my favorite casting choice by far. Tilda Swinton, she just embodied the character of the White Witch. She was good. It was just a chilling performance that she had. It was just amazing casting, and I just always love seeing the White Witch in action. I used to cheer for the bad guys in movies. I don't know what that says about my character, but most of the time I like to cheer for the bad guys. And sadly, this movie didn't win any awards. I mean, it wasn't like a masterpiece or anything. It was just your typical fantasy movie by Disney. But me, I'm pretty biased about this movie, and I kind of wish that it would have won a couple of awards. The music was phenomenal. The music should have at least been nominated for something. And then I would say Tilda Swinton should have been nominated at least for Best Supporting Actress in this movie. But she won an award, in my head, because she just blew it out of the water. So this movie is full of symbolism, specifically biblical symbolism, and a couple fun facts about the whole Narnia book. So it was written by C.S. Lewis back in the 1950s, and around that same time the Lord of the Rings books were also written by J.R.R. Tolkien. Both of these authors, C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien, are Christian theologians, so everything they wrote, there's always Christian symbolism thrown in there, and they kind of had a competition between them back in the 50s of who could do the best form of symbolism and whose symbolism was more accurate, in terms of the Bible and how Jesus and Satan and everything else is described. And me personally, I've reviewed all the Lord of the Rings movies. You should check them out on my channel if you haven't. But in the Narnia movies, I think the symbolism is a lot more accurate, a lot more spot on with different characters. And if you are not aware of like the symbolisms, next time you watch The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, pay attention to like specific moments in the movie, specific characters, how they act. If you're familiar with the Bible at all, pay attention to it, because it makes it such a powerful experience and really, really cool when you find out that they're actually like based off of like real people that actually existed and real events that happen and will happen. Aslan is Jesus, the White Witch is Satan, Peter is Peter, and Lucy and Susan symbolize Mary Magdalene and the other Mary. Edmund is obviously Judas, and then the cracking of the stone table is the ripping of the curtain that divided the holy from the unholy in the scriptures. The death of Aslan is Jesus' crucifixion, and then the battle at the end is Armageddon. So there's tons and tons of biblical symbolism in this movie. So for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10 Mudflaps. And before you go, drop in the comments below who's your favorite character from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And as always, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and I'll see you next time.